Consumer math. We are going to talk about markups first. You find a great deal on Supreme backpacks for $150 and want to resell them with a 25% markup. So that means you're trying to sell them for more. Okay, you want to make the money. How much is the markup? How much is the selling price? Well, my cost said it was $150. That's how much we are going to pay for them. The markup, we want to be at 25%, which as a decimal is going to look like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our cost and multiply that by the percent. Let's figure out what that's equal to. So I'm going to go to Desmos. And so we had 150 times 25%. I think a lot of you use the percent button. So that's not going to work. Okay. So notice, guys, the percent button doesn't work because it wants percent of. So 25% of 150. Okay, sometimes we gotta change up the way that it's written out in. We get 37.5. What you could also do, okay, not to try to confuse you, but to give you more options. So remember how we also wrote 25% as a decimal? You could also just do it as a decimal and we get the same answer, 37.5. We're gonna take that number back. Okay. So 150 times 25% or times 0.25, we got $37.50. So that's how much just the markup is going to be. My selling price, and what I'm going to do is, sorry, I'm going to come down here for space. So that's going to be the 150 plus whatever my markup was, which was $37.50. When we add those together, going back to Desmos, okay, you guys should also be trying this. Don't just take my word for it. Also get used to Desmos. So 150 plus $37.50. This is how much we are paying, $187.50. That's what we are going to sell them for, okay? Because we want to make money. We don't want to just sell them for what we bought them for. We want to actually make money on this. So we're going to sell the backpacks for $187.50. That's what markup's going to look like. As always, guys, if you have any questions, please be stopping and asking questions. Let's switch it up. Let's talk about tips, because we're eating chips at Chuy's. So you and your friends eat at Chuy's. Your service is phenomenal. It's so good. You decide to tip the server 22% instead of the normal kind of like 18% to thank him. The bill was $43 in total. How much is the tip? What was the total amount that you paid? So the cost of dinner said it was $43. That's how much we're paying. Okay. Tip amount, 22%. So 22%, which as a decimal, okay, it's going to look like this. So how much did we pay in total? Let's figure out how much we had to do for the tip. So I'm going to take my cost and multiply that by my tip amount. Let's see what that gets us equal to. So going back to Desmos. Okay, new problem. So we had $43 for our dinner times 0.22, okay, or 22%, $9.46. That's how much we're paying in just the tip. Again, if you wanted to, some of you like using the percent side. So 22% of what our cost was. Hey, we still got $9.46. Your choice how you want to do that. So bringing that back, okay, this was equal to $9.46. So again, running out of space. Sorry, guys. You might have space. So the amount I paid, I still have to pay the $43 just for my meal, plus whatever I'm paying for in my tip. So when we add those numbers together, and notice this time, guys, we are not multiplying. This is dollars and cents, okay, not multiplication. So going back to Desmos, we've got $43 plus $9.46. We are paying $52.46 altogether for our meal. Make sure you tip your wait staff. Here's how much we ended up paying altogether. Up next, we are going to talk about discounts. You buy a toy for your cousin's birthday. That's so nice of you. It costs $18.60. You have one coupon for 30% off. How much did you save? Awesome. I love saving money. So the original price was $18.60 times my percentage off. So again, your choice, 30%, or as a decimal, that's going to look like this. What was my discount? Let's take it to Desmos. So 1860 is what I paid times 30%. My discount was $5.58. Again, also, if you like using the percent sign instead, that's fine. Notice we still get the same answer. Okay, two different options of how to type it into Desmos. It is up to you which method you prefer. Taking this number back. So my discount was $5.58. Love saving money. So my total paid, I started at $18.60. My discount was $5.58. If we saved money, should our cost be going up or should our cost be going down? It should be going down. We saved money. So I'm going to subtract. Okay, 1860 minus 558 is going to be $13.02. This is how much we actually ended up paying because we saved money. Tax example. Again, going through this all kind of fast. You've already seen this. This is just a refresher, but if you have any questions, please be asking. Tax example. All right. This time, besides the fact that we're buying the toy, we have to pay for tax, right? Anytime you go to the store, they also add on this tax. So you have to pay 6.5% in tax. What is the final price of the toy if you don't have your discount, but with the tax? So this is how much it costs me times the tax percentage. Okay, this is coming from that 6.5%. We multiply that out, we get $1.21. We'll check it in Desmos just to make sure. Okay, so we did 1860 times 0.065. Okay, and rounded, we would get 1.21. Okay, $1. Again, if you prefer the percentage sign, so 6.5% times 1860. Whoops, sorry, not times. Same answer. We have to pay an additional $1.21 because of tax. So jumping back over, that's where this is coming from. So my total paid, this is how much I had to pay for it. We don't have the discount this time, but tax has to be added onto it. In total, this is what I ended up paying. Percent change is a nice little formula. Percent change is the percent a quantity increases or decreases from its original amount. Okay, percent change is going to be the new minus the original, all divided by the original, multiply it by 100 because that's how we're going to get into the percent. So your family electric bill went up $328 to $338. Not much, but that still adds up over time. What was the percent change? So this would be my original. Okay, what did I start with? I started at this much money, and then it went up to 333. So stop and think really quick. Are we going to have an increase or a decrease if this is where I started and this is where I ended up? Okay, guys, we already know that the percent change, that it should be increasing. So if our answer doesn't reflect that, we messed up somewhere. All right, so my new is $333 minus $328, all divided by the original, which was 328. And then we're going to multiply all of that by 100. Again, Desmos, guys, let's use it. So switching back. Okay, if you need to pause this video. When you're ready, we're switching back. So I've got 333 minus 328 is going to give me 5. Okay. But I want to have all of this in a fraction. So I'm going to put this in parentheses. Turn it into a fraction, maybe, maybe not. 333 minus 328. Desmos doesn't always do what I want it to do either. Divide by 328. Okay, so here's my fraction, really small number. Let's go ahead, multiply that by 100. 1.5%. Guys, we only went up $3. My percent shouldn't be super high. Think logically for that. Okay, so going back then. So my percent change was 1.5%, and it should be positive because it increased. Okay, let's go ahead and just write that one more time. So it increased 1.5%. All right, again, as always, stop and ask questions if you need to stop and ask questions. We've got a few more things that we're going to look at. Reconciling a bank account. Withdrawal means you're going to subtract money. Deposit means that you are putting money back into your account. So we start with 50. You purchase Chipotle. So if I purchase, am I going to be adding or subtracting? Am I gaining money, losing money? Chipotle took almost all my money, so I'm going to subtract it. But your mom gives you $10.50 for cleaning your room. So you just earned money. That's going to be a plus. You buy a pack of gum for 99 cents. Goodbye, money. It was nice to see you. Hope the gum is good. What is your account balance? Guys, it's all written out. Type it into Desmos. Let Desmos do the work for you. Okay, so jumping back. We started off with 50. I went to Chipotle. I cleaned my room, so mom was nice and paid me money. I bought a pack of gum. I now have $46.95 in my account. Excuse me. All right, so just being careful whether you are adding or whether you are subtracting. Okay, but in total, let's go ahead and put our dollar sign. So I've got $46.95. Pretty good for having 2 purchases and only 1 deposit coming into my account. Didn't lose too much money during the day. All right, the last thing that we need to talk about is going to be interest. Okay, more formulas again. So simple interest, banks use this a lot. Okay, you can earn interest on your money. Find the percentage of the amount in the account and add that amount to every year's in the account. So there's this formula that we use. I represents interest. P stands for principal. Yep, forgot an I, sorry. Which is, what do you start with? Okay, how much money do you currently have in your account? R is going to be the percent rate. And T is going to be how much time has the money been in the account. So we have one example that we're going to look at here. Robert deposits $3,000 in a savings account for 3 years, which earns him an interest of 8%. What is the amount he gets after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years? I equals PRT. Interest is what we're trying to find. So my principal, I started with $3,000. Rate is 0.08%. Okay, so 8% is equal to 0.08 because 8% is 8 out of 100. And then times time, so we would multiply by 1 for 1 year. Let's see what we end up with for that. So $3,000 we started with. My interest rate was 8%. And then times 1. So I earned $240 on interest in that account. Okay, $240. If it was 2 years, it would look like this. Still same starting amount, same interest rate, but if it was 2 years, type that in the decimals, what do we end up with? You should be getting $480 if you do it for 3 years. Okay, all we're doing is swapping out the time. My starting amount times my percent change multiplied by time, we'd be earning $720.